Hello, welcome to Tarot by the Moon. This is Natasha. Hiya everyone. It's been a few weeks. I've been feeling very run down and not very well, as a lot of you know. I'm still on the mend, but I'm so happy to be here today, and today was definitely the day for coming in and checking with you guys. We've got a full moon coming up tomorrow. Full moon's actually in LIBRA tomorrow for the one day. And it's a perfect time. It's a perfect time to ask for what we want, okay? It's a perfect time to look at what's really inside ourselves. We're coming out of a very introspective time. Funny enough, the time that I've not been on air with you guys has been a time of great introspection. I only just put that together in my mind now. So it's been a good time for really looking what's inside. Not looking for what's outside to bring into your life, but looking what's inside of you that you can bring out, okay? And tomorrow's full moon in Libra is still, and right up to the end of May, in fact, perfect time to look at how we can bring our health into better balance, funny enough, and how we can bring our special gifts, whatever they may be, our true authenticity, that thing that you think puts people off you, or let you even cringe at yourself a little bit, is probably where your very special gifts actually lie and your creativity actually lies. So coming up for the full moon tomorrow, so I thought I'd come in, help us all prepare, see how we're all doing. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really truly mean this, for all of the messages of love, support, kindnesses that I've been shown since I've been not very well has been overwhelming. Literally, I can't thank you guys enough. I don't think there's been hardly a day gone by where somebody hasn't reached out to me or shown me some extreme generosity or kindness to lift me up and lift my spirits, and every single action has been greatly received by me and has done me wonders. Please don't doubt the power of your kindness and the power of your empathy, because it is indeed a superpower. Don't forget as well, and I know many of you feel this, maybe sometimes in the world around us is seen as a weakness, and it's you, there are many who will trample over you and put you down for even feeling to such deep levels and showing kindness and things like that. Please believe and please understand that you hold a superpower, and I've seen it so courageously displayed in the last 3 weeks from so many of you beautiful people here in my soul tribe. It's been absolutely gorgeous, and I have felt every little drop of that love that I've had from you guys and that energy that I've had from you guys, okay? And when I'm bringing it in to heal my own life, I'm not just bringing it in to heal my own life, I'm bringing it in to heal the collective. And I do believe that a lot of the reason that I've been feeling so run down and wore out is because I'm feeling so strongly in the collective over the last couple of months, especially a lot of people who do this kind of work, and especially people who have a similar chart to myself. I've noticed with a lot of water and a lot of Cancerian energy and whatever in particular, really feeling it. And a lot of the reason why we've been feeling so run down and so ill and whatever is because we're actually transfiguring. We're transfiguring so much energy from the collective, and it's work, it's real work. And that's why it's just so important and so appreciated and so valued when you guys have reached out, shown me kindnesses, shown me generosity, sent me wonderful gifts, and just sent me your beautiful energy, sent me your love, sent me your healing, made me smile, sent me music, sent me funny stories, all sorts of beautiful gorgeous gifts. Each gift that I've been shown over the last month or so, I know it has come from the truest part of yourselves. I know that it has come from the most authentic part of yourselves also, and it's been greatly received and put into the pot for the benefit of all, okay, my loves. And you will feel those blessings coming back to you. You will feel those blessings coming back to you manifold, I want to say as well before we begin. So with all that said, my darlings, I'm feeling better already, just being in your beautiful presence. Thank you for allowing me to come back. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for your patience, your kindness, and all of your support, as they say. It's an absolute honour and a privilege to be here and to be working with you people at this time on this planet. Now, as I say, full moon tomorrow, so don't forget now, we're all probably getting a bit up in our feels. Everything's probably getting blown up. Okay, don't forget our general rule of thumb about when the full moon comes around, how it affects us, how it makes everything seem more of what it is. But don't forget, as well as feeling the heavy stuff, we're here to feel the good stuff. We're here to really feel that as well, okay? So don't be scared to feel that stuff as well, because that's the yummy stuff that we need. All right, now, as I say, it's in Libra, so it's a good time to look at what we can bring into balance within ourselves. All those things we've been perhaps introspecting on over the last month. Having a look how we can bring those gifts back out into the world, what we further need to bring into balance. Good time to make a wish as well. Do not underestimate the power of a full moon, especially a full moon in Libra this time of the year, for making a wish, a heartfelt wish that's for the greater good of it all, sure to come true at this time, okay? It only needs your pure intent and your pure belief. That's all that it needs. You know, other types of rituals that you might use or whatever is superfluous, really. The important thing is your intent, okay, and your absolute belief from a purest part of yourself, okay, my darlings. So with all that being said, the sun's just starting to come out here at last. It's been very cold and chilly and everything in South Wales. I don't know where you are, where you're listening, but it's been a chilly sort of spring so far. But literally this afternoon now, I just can see just out my window there, just out the shop, my neighbours are coming out of the house and they're all dressed very spring. It's the first time I've seen them with their big coats on. Let's put it like that, because they're quite new neighbours. So I've just taken that as a little oracle there, that, you know, the warmer days, the better days, the days of feeling better, the days of feeling lighter in ourselves, the days of feeling healthier, more abundant, or whatever it is that we need more of in our life, okay, is surely coming closer. Surely coming closer, and that is 100%. You know, there's Mr. Murray just to back me up there, what I'm trying to share with you guys. Okay, so the boys are here as well, you know, Mr. Murray and Mr. Milo by now. Anyone who's new to this channel, there's two dogs you might hear. That one was Mr. Murray, he's a collie dog. There's also Mr. Milo, he's just at the shop there. He's about to make an appearance at some time. He's just lying in a sunny patch. He loves to have a little sunbathe there in a little pool of sunshine behind me on the mat. So they're sending you all of their love as well. They've been an absolute, you can imagine the amount of love I've been shown and generating with these two. It's been phenomenal. And so with all of that said, my darlings, let's go in with a reading. Now for any new viewers, hello and welcome, and thank you so much. If you're enjoying the reading, it's very important, please can you hit like, please can you hit subscribe. Okay, there's absolutely no catch. It's just a way of following me, just a way of growing the channel. It's easy to do, there's no palaver. I really wish that YouTube would call it something else and not subscribe, because it puts people off, I'm sure, that word. But please consider subscribing. Please realise that it is easy, there's no catch. I'm not asking for any money whatsoever. Please understand as well, you guys, that there's something up with my Facebook. I've been logged out of my Facebook for about a month. Facebook have logged me out. I've got no idea why, and it's just impenetrable. I cannot get myself back in there at the minute. So just for you to be aware of that. You can follow me on Instagram, Natasha Richards on Instagram, okay, Tara by the Moon. I'm still just trying to work on those things and sort those things out. So if you've subscribed, you should get this video. So it's more important than ever that you help me. You guys help me by sharing the link, because I can't actually share the link on Tara by the Moon, on my web page or anything. So if somebody out there listening and one of my regulars or something would do me the favour of sharing the link when you get the notification on Facebook, and share it as much as you can on my behalf, I'd be so grateful to you. Please give me a like, please drop a comment in the box below, please help me to grow this channel. It'd be an absolute dream come true to grow this channel properly. It's grown pretty well in the time that I've been doing it, but it would be literally a dream come true to grow it properly, as I say, and each one of you and each action that you take to support this channel is helping me to do that. I'm so grateful to you, and I think you know that. I think you guys know that by now. So let's go in. Now, like I always do a Tarot by the Moon, I'm just going to call in love and only love, the very highest vibration of love, into this reading for ourselves, for the planet, for the whole of humanity, for anyone who needs it, especially the people who need it the most, for whatever reason that might be. Nothing but radical compassion and the highest vibration of love for all of your loved ones, for all of your friends and family, for everyone, for all of the animals, all of the aquatic life, all of the plant life, all of the bird life, all of the insect life, the bacteria life, and all of the life that supports and teaches us here on this planet, all of the life in other planets and other dimensions that we are yet to understand. Nothing but love, and the highest vibration of love coming from Tarot by the Moon. Okay, my darlings, let's go in. Feeling very strong energy here today. Now, it's been a while, so bear with me. Now, just to explain what there's two, for any new viewers, I only ever take the fallers and the flippers. That one came out first, and that one's come out second. And, oh, there we go, very active today. Alright, this is what I call my elements spread. That was a flipper, right. And it's just a little spread that I've devised. It seems to be working. It seems to make sense, or so I'm told. Now, it's the 4 elements. So we start with air, which represents our mental health, our thought processes, and all of that kind of thing. Then we move on to water, which is our feelings, our emotions, our heart, and all of that, okay? Then we move on to fire. The area of fire governs our passion, our willpower, and our creativity and drive to get things done. And then the last one is the earth, last but not the least, which is, you know, where we're at on the day-to-day, how all of this is filtering, how all this is manifesting in the earthly plane. Okay, my darlings? So let's go in and have a look at what we've got. Straight away, I can see the magicians here looking at me. Now, the magician's in reverse. I love this magician. I love this magician so much. This magician in reverse coming out in our area of air, and our thoughts and mental processes. Now, this is a little bit off the kilter here, my darlings. This is also, I would like to say, can be representing that we're struggling with our health. Whenever I get this card in the reverse for people, it can mean that you're struggling quite a bit, that perhaps you've taken a bit too much on. Okay, that you're trying to, I feel like somebody is trying to juggle so many things. It's like all of a sudden, all of this stuff has accumulated that you have to get done, or that you feel that you have to get done, that perhaps you're putting yourself under pressure for, that you feel that a deadline's for. Also, you're not believing in your own abilities here. Somebody who's not believing in their own abilities to get these things done. It's like there's a timer on it as well. There's something here that needs to get done in a certain time, a deadline, I want to say. And you're feeling like you're not going to get it done. You're doubting in your abilities. That's why this magician's come out in the reverse. Somebody's doubting in their abilities. Your abilities are very real. Okay, your manifestation abilities, your magician abilities are very, very real. The way it works is what we're thinking about, we're bringing about now. We say that a lot, but it's true. So if you're thinking you're not going to get it done, then you're not going to get it done. So if you're thinking this is too much, then it's too much. That's what the magician's here to teach us, okay? It's about vibration. Turn that around, my darlings. Turn that around, thinking around, especially the negative self-talk, okay? Start to believe that you can. Start to let go of how. Well, how am I going to get that done? Well, how is this going to come together in time? Or whatever the deadline is. Start to let go of that. Stop beating the drum of it. Because that's what we do. We literally beat the drum of, but when? But how? What about all these little details that need to fall into place? No. Leave it. Okay? Stop beating the drum. Look, I don't know, for some reason it's showing me here that you could see that as he's beating the drum. You could see that as he's actually not. He's removed the baton. He's held it back, okay? No, allow spirit to take care of it, okay? Just set, what did I say? There's a full moon there as well. Now, what did I just say at the beginning of the reading before we even shuffled any cards? Tomorrow's a good time to make that wish, to set that intention. And yes, wishes do come true, okay? Magic is real. Everything that we do is magic, okay? It's all around you all the time. You just need to appreciate it. You just need to appreciate what a powerful creator you actually are. Stop beating the drum of, well, how and when, or well, I can't. Okay? You can. And you will get it all in good time. There's that full moon there. that we got coming in tomorrow. Okay, somewhere over the rainbow has just been shown to me. Somewhere over the rainbow. And we think of that. We think that's like a sort of a pie in the sky sort of way of looking at things. A pie in the sky sort of attitude of a childlike even quality of wishing and allowing it to be real, allowing that magic to be real. And like I said also at the beginning before we even did the shuffle, is like the world around us would have us believe that being that way is actually very weak or a negative thing. It's not. It's not. That's why they want you to believe that it is, because it actually isn't. It's actually true strength. It's actually true strength, okay? You just need to set that intention and have that belief, okay? And surrender the beating of the drum. Oh, but when? But why? I haven't got enough. I won't be able to. I can't. Surrender the beating of the drums. Don't bang the drum. It's another very good song being put in my head now. The Waterboys, don't bang the drum. Do you know how to let it just come? Don't bang the drum. Excellent song. Look that up when you have some time. Yeah, literally look that up, because the more I'm thinking about that song is spot on for this lesson. The Waterboys, Don't Bang the Drum. I believe it's on this is the C album. Beautiful album. But if you just look up the lyrics even for that one song, Don't Bang the Drum, the Waterboys, you'll see what I'm getting at here. Very, very powerful stuff. Let's move on. Bit random, that one. Let's move on to the world. We've got the world, here we are. Now the world's come out the right way round, okay? This is in our emotions, this is in our heart chakra, this is in the way we're feeling, okay? So we know we're stepping into a whole new way of being. This is about the end, completing of one cycle and stepping into a brand new cycle. We know that we are, in our heart, in our feelings, we feel it. We feel it. Our mind sometimes plays tricks on us and tells us we're less than, tells us to doubt our own magic, tells us to doubt our own manifesting abilities and our own magician's skills. Okay, our mind is leading us astray here. Our heart knows. No, look, there's that rainbow again as well. Look at that. I put them together like that. Look, the double rainbow. How magical is that? Now, our heart knows that we're capable of creating a new world. Whereas everything we could possibly want in there, we're regenerating. That snake's being shown to me. We're leaving all of this behind. There's something here that's got to die off. Look at all of this underneath. That's all got to die off so all of this new life can come about, alright? It's had to happen. It's been a painful process. It's not been easy. Okay? And so, we're all at different stages of that. And wherever you're at is the right stage for you to be at. Don't push yourself. There's no rush here. There's no you're not to beat yourself up for where you're at in those stages, okay? It takes time. What we think should be manifesting in a certain time is just another way it works, okay? There's still a lesson for you to learn. There's still something else for you to man. Perhaps you're being protected. Perhaps that's why your things haven't come in as quickly as you would have liked, as you would have thought you would have liked. There'll be all sorts of reasons behind it when it all comes to fullness and fruition. But we know this. I feel like in the collective we're really starting to know this. We're really starting to get that there's this regeneration of humanity going on within our personal lives. Again, for the new viewers, this is what I call a micro and macrocosm reading. So it's very much what's going on in your own personal life. Might very much be resonating in this reading, but it'll also relate to the greater large as well, my darlings, okay? And there's a great sense of regeneration. Now we're in the springtime, so it is a season of regeneration for sure. Well, all the seasons regenerate really, but particularly this spring is associated with regeneration. I'm sure you'd all agree with that. So maybe that's why we're really feeling it this time. Maybe that's why that feels really powerful right now as well. Also, the world tree's been shown to me here very clearly. Tree of life, very potent symbol in all sorts of arcane spiritual philosophies and what have you. the great tree of life, we're all connected to it, and we're all at a different point on it, okay? From whether it's at the roots, whether it's reaching at the trunk, whether it's in the branches that reach all the way up. It doesn't really matter. Wherever you are is the right place where you need to be for your soul to learn, okay? You need to accept that. As soon as you start to accept that, you might be down here and you might want to rather be up by here where it's a bit more brighter or whatever. But as soon as you accept this is where you need to be, the quicker you will ascend, upon that tree, okay, my loves? And that's all we're all here to do, is to ascend upon that tree of life. That is what the whole of humanity collectively is here to do, and that is what each one of us on an individual scale is here to do also. I hope this makes sense. This feels like a very powerful reading, actually. I'm going to go on. We'll probably come back and forth as we do. Three of Swords has come up in our area of our passions, creativity and drive and fire. Three of Swords is very painful energy. It can often be about the experience of grief and heartbreak, loss, despair, okay? Betrayal and all of those sorts of energies. Very, very difficult energy. What it does show us, though, that is that healing is possible, okay? Once you can heal that level of grief, disappointment, pain, hurt, betrayal, once you can actually heal that, oh my goodness, you are so much stronger for coming away from that. So much stronger. This is a weird sort of depiction of it. Normally there's a heart with three swords sort of shot through. This shows us a couple running away there with a child in their arms. And I can't help but think about situations like, Syria, Ukraine and all the various different countries like this, where we've had to literally watch people take their life in their hands and take the family and flee from, this looks like one of the horsemen of the apocalypse there to me all of a sudden, war, pestilence, famine and all the rest of it. Sorry, I'm just feeling a lot of collective energy there a minute. Okay, this is where we are at our solar plexus and our fire and our passion. Now, a lot of us may be feeling this on the collective for people, okay? For our brothers and sisters in other parts of the world where literally that picture could not be more accurate. And we might be feeling that in our own heart chakra, here at Tara by the Moon, okay? Or we may indeed have our own griefs, our own disappointments, betrayals and losses. Not to downplay any of that, because on a personal level, those things that hurt us on a personal level, those losses that hurt us on a personal level, that's where the real healing is, my darlings, okay? That's where the real work is, okay? And whoever's feeling that, I'm just sending you so much love. I'm taking that energy on and we're transfiguring that. We're transfiguring that into nothing but strength and love and beauty, okay, my darlings? Tara by the Moon. But I do feel that, and I feel it right here. I feel it right here. It's potentially very damaging to our creativity, potentially very damaging to our drive to create this new world that we're moving into, that we're co-creating, okay? But it's also potentially going to make us even stronger and resolve our will even more to create this, which in our heart, which is the important bit, is what we're feeling. I mean, it's all important. That's why we're doing it, and that's why Spirit shows us how to do it, to understand things this way. However, the most important bit is surely our heart, and we're being led by humanity's being led by our heart at the minute, and we know that creating this new world is possible, and we know that we have to do it through tears of grief and despair. That's how we learn. That's how we learn, unfortunately. Okay, I mean, we must still have a bit more learning to do with this kind of level of anguish in the world. That's all I can say to that, really. I'm going to move on, my loves. It's very heavy energy for me to be immersed in there a minute. 5 of Cups in the reverse. I knew this card was going to come up because I had a little look for some reason. I don't know why I did it really like that today. Well, obviously, I'm just on my guides. I looked at what was underneath each pack before I came on today just as a little bit of guidance for myself, okay? And the first one I was really relating to, that was very accurate, and then the second one, that was very accurate. But when I came to this pack, this card was on the bottom in the reverse, and I thought, I don't really relate to that, and I don't want to bring that energy into the reading, so I reshuffled the pack and drew myself another card from the bottom of the deck. But it's come up in the reading. It obviously wanted, this energy has to be in the reading. Now, I didn't want to be taking on this energy, because this energy's about looking back with regret and being stuck in that regret, being stuck in that disappointment of the past, being stuck in that energy of, you know, I've talked to this lesson many times, 5 of Cups, if anyone has missed it or not heard it. This guy's looking at his 5 Cups. 2 of them have spilled over, you know, they've gone for good. But these three are still standing. He's just got nothing but despair and fed up that the 2 cups are completely empty, and he's just so gutted, love him. Something's been lost, an opportunity's been lost, represented by this beautiful lady. I think this is meant to be the tale of Rhiannon, actually. The Welsh legend of Rhiannon is actually woven into this card. And off she trots on her golden horse, and of course in the tale of Rhiannon and Polch, yeah, the Welsh prince, I think if you look it up, part of the tale is that he sees this beautiful lady and he falls in love with her, but he can never quite catch up with her, and that's very much the lesson of this card and this particular 5 of Cups, is that he is stuck in that despair. He is stuck in that, what I said at the beginning, that magician, reverse magician. He is stuck in that reversed magician of, but I can't. I'm trying to reach this moon at the end of full moon at the end of the, and I can't, and I won't, and there's all of this. But the only thing blocking him, the only thing stopping him, is himself. Okay, so it's a fantastic bit of folklore. If you look it up, the tale of Rhiannon is absolutely beautiful. You might find, I don't know why I'm bringing it up, somebody's going to get something from that tale. If you look it up and you read the tale properly, I think you might get something from it if this is really relating for you. But he is definitely stuck in that energy of the reverse magician, that he can't, or she won't slow down, I can't catch her, I can't get the thing that I want. There's all this regret, there's all this despair, okay, and it's a blocking energy, it's blocking us to achieving what we really want, which is creating a new world for ourselves, which is creating nothing but abundance and health and good things for ourselves and for the whole of humanity. Okay, my darlings, feeling this really heavy energy today. I'm so glad that I've come on before the full moon, because like I always say, a tarot by the moon, with the full moon, right, it is important that will be amplified. We need to take care of it now. This is what this reading's about. This reading is a healing, okay? Take it as a healing. Take it into your soul, because whatever you're feeling, that despair and that I can't and it won't and it not, that is just being amplified right now, okay? Let's sort this out right now. This is not what we want. This is not how we move forward, okay? This is how we move forward. This is how we move forward. All right, we've talked about it. Now, I'm going to move on and do some more cards. That's what I'm being called to do here. Let's clear that energy. Let's put that beautiful piece of selenite in the middle. I feel I need to do that a minute. Just clear that energy. Okay, let's use the hearts as well that were very kindly sent to me a while back. Okay, representing the elements. So we've got one for where are we at? Air. Okay, sodalite. One for, sorry, not air. Yeah, that's right. One for water. It's the blue jade. Absolutely love that blue jade. One for fire, the carnelian. Alright. I can't remember the name of the stone, it's absolutely ridiculous. But that's the one for earth anyway. I can't remember the name of it. It'll come to me before the end of the show. Let's bring it all back into balance and cleanse that energy. Just a second there for our beautifuls. Let's go in with a couple more. I feel like this is going to be quite a long reading, but maybe that's what we need, because I haven't been on with you guys for a while. Let's see what else is coming up today. Tarot by the moon for viewers. Oh, that's an awful lot. can't possibly read all of that. A Knight of Swords. Let me just try again. Okay, that's way too much. Guides, Guardian Angels, please bring in sensible amount of cards so I can read clearly for the viewers. I'll play them one today. Okay. Okay, 8 of Wands. Okay. 8 of Wands. This is about an understanding that you've been carrying a burden for a long time, okay? We've been carrying massive burdens. Humanity's been carrying massive burdens for a long time. We're still carrying them, all right? It's time to understand that you can actually do this. It's time to understand that there are easier ways to do things than we're doing them currently. We are trying to manifest good things for ourselves, and we seem to be manifesting even more negative circumstances perhaps and things like that. It's time to understand and turn a corner of what we're doing there and what we could be doing differently. Very often they'll depict a guy with like 8 rods on his back and a house just out of sight, and the lesson of it is like he could have carried them so much easier. He's carrying them really awkwardly in the traditional image, and it's like he could have carried them. He could have put some under his arm and some over his shoulder. He could have split the. He could have made life a little bit easy for himself. He could have made it a bit more balanced. Now, don't forget, we've got a Libra full moon tomorrow. It's all about bringing things into balance, okay? Evening out the load, okay? Thinking of creative ways that we can make manifestations happen, positive manifestations come into our lives. Understanding that we are actually the manifestors of everything, okay? 8 of Wands, also perfect. There we go. So we got that's come up to clarify the Magician. We've got a Knight of Pentacles come up to clarify the World. We've got a 6 of Cups come up to clarify 3 of Swords, and we've got the Chariot come up to clarify the 5 of Cups. I'm loving it. The Knight of Pentacles is all about something coming in, definitely coming in, absolutely 100% coming in. Of all the 4 knights, this knight is the most reliable. However, he's also the slowest knight. He's so slow sometimes you wonder if he's moving at all, okay? So we're trying to manifest this new world, this fabulous new world that we all want to live in, and how amazing and how abundant and how glorious that'll be. But it feels hard because it's coming in. It's definitely coming in. 100% coming in if we've got this knight, okay? Knight of Pentacles is involved. It's absolute, that energy's assured, 100%. It's coming. But it feels very, very slow, okay? Now, the quicker we realise, okay, how we manifest and where we're going right and where we're going wrong on all of that, the quicker that night will speed up, okay? The quicker we realise that it is definitely coming in, it is 100% success assured, guarantee. Knight of Pentacles is a guarantee. He's a guarantee, okay, my darlings, of this. As soon as we start to feel that, a lot quicker it'll start moving, okay? A lot quicker. So I'm so glad I came in to do this now. 6 of Cups, clarifying 3 of Swords in our area of fire. Now the 6 of Cups is card of nostalgia, card of looking back, card of love, card of fond memories. Very much soulmate energy comes up with the 6 of Cups. I want to say this healing, all right? You might find yourself looking back. You might find yourself looking back and reminiscing about when the world was different, or when your life was different, or when things were easier, or when your relationship was better, or I don't know, just when things were better. And right now that's wholly appropriate. That is helping us. That is helping us to heal this energy. All right, at these stressful times, because when we remember the good times that we've surely had as well, and we're all going through a fair amount of stress, as I've already discussed here, okay? Let's not go on about that. We've already discussed that. But like I said before, we even shuffled at the beginning, equally, all right, we're here to feel the good stuff as well. So instead of thinking all the negative things that could happen, all of the bad things that have happened in the world, in your personal life and whatever, let's start to think about all of the good things that you've experienced. let's start to have the happy memories. Let's start to understand, when we have happy memories, we start to remember that more happy memory making times are possible. I think there's one of the old Arthurian stories, and I can't remember which one exactly, which one of the quotes from it was that it was a sorry, it's just giving me that and then it's just gone. That's why sometimes when we channel and when we do tarot, we go quicker and quicker, because they bring it in on such a quick vibration. If I don't say it quick enough, it's sort of gone. That it was a pleasant time, and because it was a pleasant time, the best of times, it may return again, something like that. It's sort of one of the Arthurian folklore stories, I'm sure. I'll have to look that up. It was a pleasant time. And because it was a pleasant time, we know it will rise again. It's like about Camelot or Avalon or something like that, okay? And that's the vibe I'm getting here, is because we have had those good times in our lives. We have had those pleasant experiences as well as the unpleasant experiences. But instead of focusing on them, let's focus on the pleasant stuff. Let's have those happy memories, because that is a way to bring about a vibration of bringing about opportunities for making more happy times and more good times. It's about appreciation, it's about gratitude. Okay, it's about belief, my darlings. And then we've got the Chariot, bringing us balance to that Five of Cups reversed energy, which is all about allowing life to take us in a new direction, alright? If he could only get in that chariot, he'd catch up with that beautiful lady in no time, wouldn't he? I mean, he would. He'd be up alongside her. In fact, doesn't that horse there, that golden horse, look very much like the horse she's in fact riding? So instead of being stuck in the doldrums with all of that, I can't, it's out of reach, it's not happening. If you can turn that around, get in your chariot and go, I think you'll find you're manifesting your dreams. Just getting down that road. I mean, you've got mountains in the background there as well, beautiful peak mountains. That always represents ascension in the tarot cards, and that is what we're truly on our way to. Balance with the two horses, one light, one dark. They're often sphinxes and things like that as well, but in this particular deck, beautiful deck, they're horses. No reins, he doesn't need reins, he's just away, it'll be sorting itself out, it's taking him along. It's about having absolute confidence. The Chariot card represents absolute confidence. In its if it was in the reverse, it could represent confidence to point of folly, to point of ego and things like that. But in the right way round, it's come out in perfect balance for us, okay? It's about the utter confidence that we can move forward, that we can catch up with our goals, that we can manifest our desires for the better, okay? I hope that makes sense, my darling. It's a very powerful read today. I'm really feeling that energy, and it's been a while. Okay, I'm just going to give us a Brian Froud Fairy Oracle as well. I'm feeling that. Nice. I don't know why, I always feel like these cards are quite summery. I suppose it's fairies, isn't it, leading up to summer and all of that. Chariot card as well alludes towards summertime. It alludes towards the summer solstice, in fact. Represents the summer solstice. So maybe now up till solstice, it's worth bearing in mind these lessons that we've garnered here today from Spirit of Tarot by the Moon. I hope they've landed with you guys. I hope they've helped. I really, really, really do. I know we're going through a lot, so many of us in so many different ways. Okay, what have the fairies got to say today? Oh, lovely. Lost Gun. Beautiful frog princess, Lost Gunner. Laced is Moon's daughter. Okay. And the Luam. Also, 3 beautiful fairies today. Okay, now I'm going to talk about these beautiful girls. Now, I do know about these beautiful girls. This is literally about understanding. Now, we talked about the frog before in the other Celtic Oracle deck that I use, and this is very much a similar sort of one. This is about jacuzzis, baths, hot baths, mud. I don't know why I say jacuzzi, it's such an old-fashioned word. All of that sort of thing. If you've got a hot tub or anything like that, now's the time to do it. It's about healing. It's about appreciating where you are. So what did I say about where we are on that tree of life, okay? Wherever that might be, might not be what, but the sooner you appreciate that's where you need to be, those are the lessons you are learning, the quicker things are going to move along. That's very much about the loss. It's about healing. The Luam is a beautiful energy. This is the energy, the fairy of people who are really struggling in life, people who are on that long dark night of the soul. She's also the patron fairy of charity workers, social workers, anyone who's helping a good cause, homeless people, drug addicts, people who've fallen between the cracks, let's put it like that. The Luam is there to support people like that. She doesn't just support people like that, she supports the supporters. So the people who go and help the people like that, she's their fairy. It's that energy of giving and giving and giving and then giving a bit more. And actually people say, well, don't give too much, so much that you hurt yourself, but sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes situations, despair and desperation in the world are so bad that you do have to give until you've sort of hurt yourself a little bit. And when you feel that that's happening, the Luam will, if you call upon her, and you don't have to call upon the Luam in particular, you can call upon spirit in any way, shape, form that works for you. That's why she's got these battered wings. That's what it represents, is that she's given until her wings have become actually quite tattered. But she's still okay, she's still well, she's got that crown of flowers on representing her halo. Her spirit's still strong, her wings still work, she's still happy to give. She's being supported by a greater spirit, another spirit. And that's what it represents. It represents maybe at this time you do need to sort of, normally I would say hold back, take self-care and things like that, but when the Luam pops up, it's more about this might be a time where we do need to give until we feel a bit battered. And maybe that's relating to what I said at the beginning as well, of a lot of us readers and spiritual workers and types of people in this sort of industry are feeling really battered, but it's completely nice. It's not not to worry about. It'll come good. Those wings will heal again. You will be supported. Okay, it's absolutely necessary sometimes, unfortunately, to have to give that much energy and that much of yourself and of your soul. Lace Moon's Daughter is more about this is about listening to riddles, dreams. It's interesting. It's Moon's Daughter. I should read this one in a minute, actually, from the book. Let's get the book. It's about solving riddles and dreams and things like that come up from the spirit world as puzzles and riddles. And the word riddles is coming very strongly. So let me just have a little look. Being as it is I haven't got time to read all of them out. I'll just give you the gist of them. But if I read this one, because it is the full moon tomorrow and she is connected to the moon energy. Okay, there we go. She's like a sphinx. She's got a twin sister as well who's quite different from her, but she'll come up another time. It says light casting shadows, spiritual guidance, illumination and riddles. She is the bringer of light in the darkness, yet moonlight both reveals and conceals. Okay. It's a very long read, my loves. I'll read it anyway. Her bright fairy hoofprints light the path ahead of you, guiding you through the dark. It's a beautiful oracle set, this. She is also one of the guides at the passages between the other worlds and this one. It is she who, with her bright light, tends the gate of revelation, showing us the way through by illumination, while her sister, Epona's wild daughter, helps us through the gate of despair. Lace's gate is so much more fun. Yet in the process of guiding us, Lace may pull a veil of cloud across the face of her mother, the moon, and 3 steps later we fall into a bog. That should wake you up, she says, smiling wisely. She disapproves of sleepwalking, which is something that most of us humans do a great deal of the time. The night contains too much magic and beauty and wisdom to walk through it unseen. You might find our activities helpful, you may find them frustrating. How you take them is entirely up to you, but they are intended to help you to awaken. Bear in mind that she does not trip us, she merely places an obstacle or a pitfall in our path, and we, sleepwalking and unaware, step right into it. We don't have to do that. As always, it's our choice. Laced wants us to open up to the great unknown, to the mystical, not necessarily magical, but mystical experiences that teach us an expanded way to relate to the multiverse, all of the worlds and dimensions together. She is the daughter of the moon, and she is also a lumined child of unity. With a Loscan frog queen. There's a connection here. I've forgotten this. Right? The Loscan, the frog queen, wishes you to get in touch with your subconscious and find the treasures there. Beautiful. Your higher self and your not yet realised cosmic wisdom. You know far more than you know you know. I love that. There are places in ourselves that we may have feared because they are shadowed and unknown. We may imagine them full of monsters when in fact they're inhabited by joyful spirits. She wishes us to explore this terra incognita because that is where much of our potential and as yet unexplored wisdom lies. Lace reaches into our deepest minds, opening long shut doors, illuminating and revealing the uncultivated ground of our being, our hidden senses and talents. She speaks to us in the language of symbols, as fairies often do, because words are so limited. Any one symbol may speak to us on many levels of consciousness and about many different aspects of being. If we spend time contemplating it, Laced is a sphinx, and finding the answers to her profound riddles gives us a key to the multiverse. This is profound. If you are attending to your dreams and visions and studying everyday occurrences, trying to discover the deeper levels of meaning in the symbols there, you are learning in the language of Laced. The language is spoken by artists like Brian and poets whose work are informed by rich symbolism. Discovering it through study, through looking within ourselves and through interaction with the fairy realm not only teaches us the language of fairy, of art and of high poetry, but it also gives us our own psychic abilities and to the deep levels of our own psyches where the singers and the creative force of unity are most easily found. Love these girls. Through revelation and the ecstatic experience of the mystic Laced faces and leads us into the future. She prefers to let the old stuff or the past fade away in the illumination of insight and newly accessed wisdom. So, as a reading, you may be finding randomly, you may be finding apparently random events and ideas are falling into a pattern and beginning to make sense to you. Things may be flowing more easily than you are accustomed to, and your decisions and choices may be bringing an unusually high degree of success. Psychic abilities, hunches, intuition, foreknowing are becoming clearer and clearer and making more sense. Trust this process. Laced also brings you psychic dreams, forelighting the future and illuminating the present. These dreams often speak in symbols, as fairies are wont to do. I love that. And it couldn't make more sense to me anyway. I could go on about that for another hour. I will leave it though. You can rewind it and listen to that again and see what comes out of it for you, because I do feel that is going to be personal for each one of us, and I know I'm getting a strong message from that. Beautiful, beautiful oracle. Quick look at the Luam a minute. I'm being called to have a quick look at her. Yeah, let's see. She's right there. It's about unconditional giving and unconditional receiving, okay? Now, if you are stuck or blocked in a situation and the Luam turns up in a reading, you probably need to stop focusing on what you are trying to accomplish and simply give to others, freely and generously and unconditionally. Try a few random acts of kindness unconditionally. Go do some volunteer work, mow your elderly neighbour's lawn, or take some homemade soup or some flowers from your garden to someone who is ill. Give some help to a co-worker just because they need it. Give to a needy stranger whether you think they deserve it or not. Take flowers to a hospital and give them to a stranger at random, or even better, give them to a nurse with compliments from the universe. Give a bit more than you think you can afford. Go a little further than you think you reasonably can. Empty your wallet or purse of all your cash for a beggar on the street. Don't worry, it will fill up again much faster than you expect. This is kind of connected to the moon. Lost Guns already came into that, as we've already read, but this, I was wondering how this connected to it, and it does, because, so for instance, like they've said there now, if you give now, at the time of a potent full moon, never doubt that every penny, every act of generosity that you're giving of yourself, you might think, oh, well, I'm giving, my wings are tattered, and no, it'll come back to you, especially in a potent full moon energy. It'll be you'll get it back. You'll get it back in no time, and you'll get it back threefold, at least threefold. You only need to, when you give, to truly believe that, to truly 100% believe that, without any condition or any question of how, when, where, and why. That's how it works, my darlings. Okay, so that is important lessons there. These three beautiful fairy energies have brought into us. And I'll just take a quick look at Lost Gun while we're here as well. There she is. Sunken treasure, discovery of self, adventure. Lost Gunner tells us to pay attention to our dreams. There we are. To learn and to listen to the murmur of the waters, to note the patterns in the damp fallen leaves, to listen for the distant high sounds of angelic music among the stars. She also suggests soothing baths, hot tubs, jacuzzis. Daisy. So sorry, my loves, I don't know what. Hello, I don't know what happened there. My screen sort of disappeared and some other stuff came up. So sorry for the weird break there while I was fiddling about. I'm just going to read this to you, Lost Gun. Then we're going to do a full moon card. And then I'm out of here, okay, my darlings, because I thought I'd lost. Yeah, anyway, I'm back. Little technical hitch there. Lost Gun tells us to pay attention to our dreams, to listen to the murmur of waters, to note the patterns in the damp fallen leaves, to listen to the distant high sounds of angelic music among the stars. She also suggests soothing baths, hot tubs, jacuzzis, trips to the nearest spa or hot spring, and dips in the handiest sea, pond or mountain lake. Mud baths also help us quiet down and become strong enough to explore her territory, which is the earth and the water, from the depths to the heights. As important as it is to explore the inner realms, she tells us that exploration of the outer realms is also vital. She suggests that we go to places we have never been, try things we have never done, take classes in subjects we always meant to study someday, maybe even learn a language and see where that takes us. Explore widely and deeply in our own world so that we develop the adventurousness of our spirit. Very good lesson there. Very good way to expand spiritually, by physically expanding. I say, God, that is amazing. It also goes without saying that she recommends exploring fairy. She also suggests kissing any metaphorical or actual frogs you encounter to test the princes and princesses. But I don't know how seriously you want to take that suggestion. I love this little oracle set, honestly. Always brings so much joy. So there you go. It's about getting out there. It's about living life. It's about touching, exploring, feeling, saying yes, broadening your horizons, appreciating everything that you can around you. That is a way for us to expand our spirit also, and to pay attention to what spirit is showing us. So that is also very healthy. I feel like that's very health bringing as well, which is something that's been coming in very strongly, is about ways to improve our health over the coming weeks. So I hope this makes sense to you. I hope this has helped in some way, shape or form. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you so much. Sorry about that little technical hitch then. I think my hand must have brushed something accidentally. Going to go in with a moon ritual now, being as we're so close to a full moon as well for us. Just a little extra at the end. Let's see what comes up for my beautiful soul tribes. Some of them have... Just check it all. Right. Yeah. So please hit like, as I say. Please leave me a comment. Please subscribe if you haven't already. More important than ever that you share this as well, because I can't share it at the minute on Facebook, on any social media platforms you think will help, because I'm unable to do that at the minute, as I've already explained to you guys. You'd be helping me tremendously if you can do that. Please leave me comments. Please hit like and subscribe. It'll help the algorithms. It'll help the soul tribe to grow and more people to get the messages, to expand. I am available for private readings, personal readings. Get in touch with me. If you leave me a message in the box below, I can get back in touch with you and we can arrange that, no problem at all. Now, it says the new moon in Aries will help me to attract my desires. There's not a new moon in Aries. I think there was a new moon in Aries a couple of weeks ago though. I'm pretty sure there was a new moon in Aries, wasn't there, a couple of weeks back? So maybe from then up till now, it's been about attracting your desires, it's been about manifesting. What I will say is we're still in Aries season, and that is actually a full moon as well. So worth bearing in mind that we're still in the Aries season. Okay, so that's very much about learning and growth and new starts and initiatory energy and all of that. And we're coming up for a full moon within the Aries season. So very, very potent, very fiery, very powerful. So that's adding another layer of power, maybe even to our desires, dreams. Don't forget what I said about wishing on that full moon and whatever. Being called to do another one. The light of the moon encourages me to set positive intentions. That is pretty much word for word of what we said at the beginning regarding tomorrow's full moon. Just one more, because I just feel like we need it, you gorgeous guys, girls out there. Oh, this is a very romantic one. This evening, my spirit guide encourages me to take chances and lead with love. Now, it's got an image of a loving couple there, but obviously that can mean leading with love could apply in so many ways. It's boundless how that could apply, really. You know, leading with love should always be a priority. You know, whatever decision we're making, if we are making a decision coming from heart, coming from love, all of our actions, the way we talk to ourselves, the way we talk to others, the way we think, the way we feel, we're going to manifest all those glorious things in that new world that we're trying to create so much quicker when we come from love. Okay, also important there as well about your spirit guides. They are real. You're not mad. They're very, very real, and they will come in and help you and make themselves known and show you little signs and work with you in ways that you are ready to work in when you ask them, okay? And they will help you to do all of those things. They will help you to clear all the negative energy. They will help you to clear the hurt. They will help you to connect and lead with love from your heart, okay? They will help you with all of the things that we've talked about here today. So I hope this is good for you guys. It's been wonderful to come back on and feel the energy. Thank you again. Thank you so much. It's been absolutely wonderful. Hopefully I'll be back on form and coming back in with more regular videos for you guys. Please, as I say, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a comment, get in touch, spread the word, book me in for a personal reading any way I can help. Yeah, and enjoy tomorrow's full moon. Enjoy, release what needs to be let go of. Enjoy the full moon energy. Let's harness it in. Let's look at ways that we can bring our special gifts back out into the world, because Lord knows He needs it, okay? And all the love and all the light from the bottom of my heart, from me and the boys here at Powered by the Moon. Love you guys loads. Thank you.